Hi, friends. I'm Sue. Thank you for joining me for today's Bible reading for January 12th. Today I'm reading Genesis 35 to 37. And you may know that we left off yesterday when Jacob and his sons ran into a little bit of trouble and they were the sons were defending their sister Dinah. And so it left us a little bit on a cliffhanger where Jacob had said to the sons, basically, why did you do this? You're going to get us in trouble. And the sons said, well, were we going to let them do that to our sister? So Jacob's worried that the surrounding villages, I'm going to call them tribes. I don't really know what they were. They they don't seem like they were big enough to be called kingdoms. But anyway, that they were going to come against them. So here we start out in verse 1. God said to Jacob, "Arise, go up to Bethel and live there. Make there an altar to God who appeared to you when you fled from the face of Esau your brother." Then Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Put away the foreign gods that are among you. Purify yourselves, change your garments. Let's arise and go up to Bethel. I will make there an altar to God who answered me in the day of my distress and was with me on the way which I went." They gave to Jacob all the foreign gods which were in their hands and the rings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem. They traveled, and a terror of God was on the cities that were around them, and they didn't pursue the sons of Jacob. So Jacob came to Luz, that is Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, he and all the people who were with him. He built an altar there and called the place El Beth El, because there, it's interesting, it's three words, El Beth El, E-L, and then B-E-T-H, and then E-L, as opposed to one word, Bethel. So it says, verse 7 again, he built an altar there and called the place El Beth El, because there God was revealed to him when he fled from the face of his brother. Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried below Bethel under the oak, and its name was called Elon Bakuth. Now, I find it interesting that they got rid of all their idols and articles of witchcraft before they traveled. It's interesting how when people get in trouble, they straighten up their lives real quick. They wanted God's protection. They didn't want anything hindering his ability to protect them as they traveled to Bethel. Smart people. So they cleaned their life up. Verse 13, God went up from him in the place where he spoke with him. Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he spoke with him, a pillar of stone. He poured out a drink offering on it and poured oil on it. Jacob called the name of the place where God spoke with him Bethel. They traveled from Bethel. There was still some distance to come to Ephrath, where Rachel travailed. She had hard labor. When she was in hard labor, the midwife said to her, "Don't be afraid, for now you will have another son." As her soul was departing, for she died, she named him Benoni, but his father named him Benjamin. So Benoni means son of my trouble. And so when she died, Jacob renamed him Benjamin, which says here means son of my right hand. And so this is the last of the 12 sons of the tribe that became, the 12 tribes of Israel, for those who don't know. And this is special because this is Jacob's blood brother. Some of the sons were from Leah, some from the servants, and some from Jacob and Rachel. And these two are both from Rachel, who Jacob loved. So, I'm sorry, I'm saying Jacob, but I mean Joseph. So, to reiterate that, Jacob and Rachel had the 12, or Jacob had the 12, but through Rachel, he had the two, Joseph and Benjamin. So they were special. We'll see more of that later on. That's why I'm saying that. Jacob set up a pillar on her grave. The same is the pillar of Rachel's grave to this day. Israel traveled and spread his tent beyond the tower of Eder. While Israel lived in that land, Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard of it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. The sons of Leah, Reuben, okay, so here it's going to list them. So it says the sons of Jacob were 12. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin, the two I just mentioned. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's servant, Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's servant, Gad and Asher. These are the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Paddan Aram. Jacob came to Isaac his father, to Mamre, to Kiriath Arba, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac lived as foreigners. The days of Isaac were 180 years. Isaac gave up the spirit and died, and was gathered to his people, old and full of days. Esau and Jacob his sons buried him. Now this is the history of the generations of Esau, that is Edom. Remember, those two words go together. So this is a new year, so let me reiterate this again. One of the things that makes Bible reading easier is when you realize that sometimes it's referring to the same place or person or persons with different names. So for example, here we have Esau, who later become Esau's offspring become the Edomites. So sometimes in, say, poetry later on, different references in the Bible, it may refer to Esau, it may refer to Edom, and they're generally speaking the same. Another example of that is when, let's see, the Bible refers to Babylon, but the Babylonians were, I think they were the Chaldeans before that, before Babylon was there. I think the Chaldeans were there and Babylon invaded, or the other way around, I don't remember. And that's where Nebuchadnezzar, King Nebuchadnezzar was. So when you're reading through certain books, certain of the narratives where this is going on, you know, where you have things related to Nebuchadnezzar and Babylon, like in Jeremiah, for instance, the book of Jeremiah, it'll interchange those names. And if you don't realize that, you can kind of get lost in like, who are they talking about here? You know? So keep that in mind for anyone who's new to Bible reading. Yeah, I'll try to point out some of those things as I see them because it'll make it easier. So again, verse 1 of chapter 36. Now this is the history of the generations of Esau, that is Edom. Esau took his wives from the daughters of Canaan, Adah the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Aholibamah the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite, and Basemath, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Nebaioth. Adah bore to Esau Eliphaz, Basemath bore Reu, Aholibamah bore Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. I know Korah comes into play later on, I think. The Korahites, if it's the same Korah, I think it is. These are the sons of Esau who were born to him in the land of Canaan. Esau took his wives, his sons, his daughters, and all the members of his household with his livestock, all his animals and all his possessions, which he had gathered in the land of Canaan, and went into a land away from his brother Jacob. For their substance was too great for them to dwell together, and the land of their travels couldn't bear them because of their livestock. Esau lived in the hill country of Seir. Esau is Edom. This is the history of the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, in the hill country of Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz the son of Adah, his wife, the wife of Esau, and Reuel the son of Basemath, the wife of Esau. The sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Ganaz. Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bore Eliphaz Amalek. These are the descendants of Adah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, Zerah, Shema, and Mizah. These were the descendants of Basemath, Esau's wife. These were the sons of Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, Esau's wife. She bore to Esau Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. And why it repeated those twice, I don't know, and I don't even know if the lists are the same. Verse 15. These are the chiefs of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of Esau, chief Teman, chief Omar, chief Zepho, chief Kenaz, chief Korah, chief Gatam, chief Amalek. These are the chiefs who came to Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Adah. These are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son, chief Nahath, chief Zerah, chief Shammah, chief Mizah. These are the chiefs who came to Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Basemath, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Aholibamah, Esau's wife, chief Jeush, chief Jalam, chief Korah. These are the chiefs who came out of Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Esau, that is Edom, and these are the chiefs. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, the inhabitants of the land: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishon. These are the chiefs who came of the Horites, the children of Seir, in the land of Edom. The children of Lotan were Hori and Heman. Lotan's sister was Timnah. These are the children of Shobal: Alvin, Menahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. These are the children of Zibeon: Ai and Anah. This is the Anah who found the hot springs in the wilderness, as he fed the donkeys of Zibeon his father. These are the children of Anah: Dishon and Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah. These are the children of Dishon: Hemdan, Eshban, Ithron, and Sharon. These are the children of Ezer: Bilhan, Zavan, and Akan. These are the children of Dishon, Uz, and Aran. These are the chiefs who came of the Horites: Chief Lotan, Chief Shobal, Chief Zibeon, Chief Anah, Chief Dishon, Chief Ezer, and Chief Dishon. These are the chiefs who came of the Horites, according to their chiefs in the land of Seir. These are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the children of Israel. Bela, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom. The name of his city was Dinhabah. Bela died, and Jobab, the son of Zerah of Basra, reigned in his place. Jobab died, and Husham of the land of the Timonites reigned in his place. Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who struck Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his place. The name of his city was Abith. Hadad died, and Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his place. Samlah died, and Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his place. Shaul died, and Baal Hanan, the son of Achbor, reigned in his place. Baal Hanan, the son of Achbor, died, and Hadar reigned in his place. The name of his city was Piau. His wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezahab. I want to say I'm probably tearing up these names, but who knows how they were said. Verse 40. These are the names of the chiefs who came from Esau according to their families, after their places, and by their names: Chief Timnah, Chief Alva, Chief Jetheth, Chief Aholibamah, Chief Elah, Chief Pinion, Chief Kenaz, Chief Teman, Chief Midzar, Chief Magdiel, and Chief Iram. These two are the chiefs of Edom according to their habitations in the land of their possession. This is Esau, the father of the Edomites. Jacob lived in the land of his father's travels, in the land of Canaan. This is the history of the generations of Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brothers. He was a boy with the sons of Bela and Zilpah, his father's wives. Joseph brought an evil report of them to their father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a tunic of many colors. His brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, and they hated him and couldn't speak peaceably to him. Now remember, this family preferential treatment thing goes all the way back. We talked about that in the other videos. Verse 5. Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it to his brothers, and they hated him all the more. He said to them, Please hear this dream which I have dreamed. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and behold, my chief arose and stood upright, and behold, your sheaves came around and bowed down to my sheaf. These dreams are important now. They're going to matter later on. Verse 8. His brothers asked him, Will you indeed reign over us? Will you indeed have dominion over us? They hated him all the more for his dreams and for his words. He dreamed yet another dream and told it to his brothers and said, Behold, I have dreamed yet another dream, and behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars bowed down to me. He told it to his father and to his brothers. His father rebuked him and said to him, What is this dream that you have dreamed? Will I and your mother and your brothers indeed bow ourselves down to the earth before you? His brothers envied him, but his father kept this saying in mind. His brothers went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, Aren't your brothers feeding the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send you to them. He said to him, Here I am. He said to him, Go now, see whether it is well for your brothers and well with the flock, and bring me word again. So he sent him out of the valley of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. A certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. The man asked him, What are you looking for? He said, I'm looking for my brothers. Tell me, please, where are they feeding the flock? The man said, They have left here, for I heard them say, Let's go to Dothan. Joseph went after his brothers and found them in Dothan. They saw him afar off, and before he came near to them, they conspired against him to kill him. They said to one another, "Behold, this dreamer comes. Come now, therefore, let's kill him and cast him into one of the pits, and we will say, an evil animal has devoured him. We will see what will become of his dreams." Reuben heard it and delivered him out of their hand and said, "Let's not take his life." Reuben said to them, "Shed no blood. Throw him into this pit that is in the wilderness, but lay no hand on him, that he might deliver him out of their hand to restore him to his father." When Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped Joseph of his tunic, the tunic of many colors that was on him, and they took him and threw him into the pit. The pit was empty. There was no water in it. They sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and saw a caravan of Ishmaelites was coming from Gilead with their camels, bearing spices and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. Judah said to his brothers, "What profit is it if we kill our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let's sell him to the Ishmaelites, and not let our hand be on him, for he is our brother, our flesh." His brothers listened to him. Midianites who were merchants passed by, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. The merchants brought Joseph into Egypt. Reuben returned to the pit and saw that Joseph wasn't in the pit, and he tore his clothes. He returned to his brothers and said, "The child is no more, and I, where will I go?" They took Joseph's tunic and killed a male goat and dipped the tunic in the blood. They took the tunic of many colors and brought it to their father and said, "We have found this. Examine it now and see if it is your son's tunic or not." He recognized it and said, "It is my son's tunic. An evil animal has devoured him. Joseph is without doubt torn in pieces." Jacob tore his clothes and put sackcloth on his waist and mourned for his son many days. All his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. He said, "For I will go down to Sheol," which it says means the place of the dead. "I will go down to Sheol to my son mourning." His father wept for him. The Midianites sold him into Egypt to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's, the captain of the guard. That's it for today's reading. So good. Can't wait for the rest of the story. So glad you joined me. Be sure to look in the description for some helpful links and an email address to get your free 1-year Bible. Until next time, God bless you.